Yo, what's happening, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the JLab Jbuds wireless earpods. These are truly wireless earpods, and if you either don't have the funds or are too cheap to shell out $150, $200 for a pair of Apple or Samsung earpods, these things are a great alternative. So I've been on the fence. I've been wanting to get some earpods for quite some time now. And I'm cheap, guys. I'm just not willing to shell out 129 bucks, 159 bucks, 199 bucks for the Samsungs or the Apple Earpods. My girlfriend has a pair of the Apple Earpods. I've been tempted to grab something, but again, just not willing to spend the money. So when I saw these on sale, I guess not even on sale, just regular price, I picked these up at a local Microcenter. I don't know if you guys have a Microcenter. It's kind of like a Fry's Electronics. But I saw these, happened to look them up. There were some pretty good reviews of them. A lot of people are actually saying the sound of these actually rivals the Apple EarPods. So I decided it was worth picking them up. I have seen these on Amazon on the low end $39.99 with free Prime shipping. I think on the high end $59. But you should be able to pick these up right around 50 bucks. And so I just wanted to, I've had mine for probably maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I just wanted to take a second to kind of do a review, let you guys know what I thought of them. And again, if you're somebody who's had an interest in earpods but just wasn't really willing to shell out big money for Apple or Samsung, I think these might be the perfect fit for you. Now, I've been tempted to buy some of these like cheap knockoff AliExpress earpods, but most of the reviews I've seen haven't been that great. So I was like, okay, my alternative is either some super cheap shitty ones or some really, these aren't the really, or some really expensive ones. So I was really happy to kind of find something in the middle. So these are true wireless earbuds. They advertise 24 hours of playtime. Obviously, everybody exaggerates this type of stuff. In reality, I would say the case has about 10 hours. The actual earbuds have about 3 to 4 hours. So you're probably looking at 12 to 15 hours of actual use before charging. They do last a while, which is kind of nice. Let's see, let's kind of go through this. They are IP55 rated. So they're not waterproof, but they are water resistant. You can sweat on them. You can go run in the rain. That's all going to be fine. Sound is fantastic. I've heard a lot of people, like I said, saying that these actually rival the sound of the Apple earbuds. My girlfriend has a pair. I think I might like the Apples a little bit more, but these are pretty darn good. Pretty easy controls. You know, there's no apps that you have to use with this. You can control them just by pressing the ears. A lot of people who have had other earpods say it's a little bit confusing. This is a little bit different. Basically, one click on the left earpod lowers the volume. One click on the right raises it. If you want to skip tracks, press and hold for a second. Left one, a second to go back. Right one, a second to go forward. If you want to call Siri or Google, 2 clicks on either earpod, and then if you want to change the EQ settings, which most people won't be doing, that would be 3 clicks. What comes in the box, so to get the case, you get the case here, you get the 2 earbuds, you get the cush fins, and then you get 2 additional, I think they come with the mediums on them, but you get 2 additional tips if those fit your ears better. Now let's talk about the actual pods. So one of the things I like, this does have a battery indicator. The 3 lights tell us that it's fully charged. Comes with a nice carrying case. This is obviously thicker than the Apple case, and I think probably the Samsung as well. These things do have pretty big butts, but they're definitely comfortable to wear in your ears and everything. Let's see, we just pop them in. We pop them in. They pair really quickly. Some of the criticisms I've seen of these online, a lot of people say they take like 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds to pair. Pretty much as soon as I pull these out and put them in, they automatically sync together. Pretty much instantaneously sync with my phone. I forget which generation Bluetooth this is. I'm not like a huge tech guy, so this is kind of more your average Joe kind of review. So I probably won't be using a lot of the tech terms and things like that. I'm not really an audio snob. One thing some people say about this generation of Bluetooth is that there can be a delay. Like if you're watching a video on your phone, your sound is coming in just a hair after the person's talking. So what you're hearing isn't necessarily going to match up with their lips. Now, until I actually heard somebody say this, I never noticed it at all. Once somebody said it, if you're like really staring at like a talking head on YouTube listening, you might be able to tell that there's like the slightest bit of delay. I would say it's unnoticeable and not really an issue for me. Let's see, some other things about this. One of the things that I really like, it's got a built-in charger. So, you know, a lot of these EarPods, you got to set it on a wireless charging pad, or maybe your phone uses a USB-C, but this uses a mini USB. So you're winding up having to carry around another charger. I like that this is like built right into here. If I'm in the car, if I'm at the office, if I'm by my laptop and I want to charge this, of course it's going to get all kind of jammed. So there we go. All I got to do is pull that out, drop it down, and plug it in. One of the other criticisms that I've heard about this, a lot of people talk about ear fatigue because these are a little bit bigger. People say you kind of get tired of having them in your ears. At first when I heard that, I'm like, how can your ears get fatigued by having a fucking headphone? And I'm like, I'll listen to these for several hours at a time, and after maybe 2 or 3 hours, I'm like, you know, wouldn't mind getting these out of my ear. But, you know, I think they're very comfortable. The sound is awesome. Another criticism I've heard of these is a lot of people say the audio quality when you're talking on the phone isn't that great. I actually think the audio is pretty fantastic. I've actually made YouTube videos with this as the microphone. I think they work pretty good. I will say, you know, one of the things, this is more just a design thing. The AirPods have that little piece going down. I suppose that points the mic a little bit closer to your mouth, so you're going to get a little bit of a clearer sound and more volume. But again, I mean, I've been driving around in the car with the windows open, listening to these. People I'm talking to can hear me fine. I've recorded YouTube videos with these. You can hear them perfectly fine as well. So that's not really an issue for me. I have seen enough people say that to the point where I would say, okay, you know, probably the microphone audio off this probably isn't as good as the Apples or the Samsungs. But they're good enough for me. And I think for $49, which I think I might have mentioned this earlier, I got these at Microcenter. For $49, you can't go wrong. This is like, what, like a third of the price, a quarter of the price of some of the Apple Earpods or even the Samsung Gears. Amazing bargain. Probably best thing you're going to find for the money. And really has all the features I'm looking for. Again, truly wireless. I can control everything just by touching it. Comes with a nice carrying case. Built-in charger, great audio, microphone is definitely up to par. So I am overall very happy with these. Great Amazon reviews, plenty of YouTube videos out there about these. A lot of people are happy with them. And even people who are kind of audio snobs or have the Samsung Gears or the Apple Earpods actually say in some ways these are actually better than them. So can't go wrong for $50. Again, I found them on Amazon as cheap as $39.99. So I'll drop a link down below to where you can pick them up on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button on down below, and we'll catch you on the next video. Later.